Hi YouTubers, it's Mystic Spirit aka the Cajun Witch coming to you from my kitchen, and I wanted to give you a really cool idea if you like to refurbish your any kind of jars or things like that. So I found this on Pinterest and I tried it and it really works, so I want to share it with you guys. Okay, you know how hard it is to get labels off of jars so that you can reuse them. Like when this jar is empty, I'm going to reuse this jar because, yeah, we like pickles. Okay, so what you do is you boil some water in a tea kettle, and I recommend using the tea kettle versus a pot because it has the spigot on it and it makes it so much easier to pour into the jars. Okay, so fill your teapot up with water. Boil it until the whistle blows, and that way you know it's extra hot. And once it's hot, you take your jars and you pour the boiling water into the jar, and you want to cover it you want to go about an inch above the label. For me, the label was probably right here, so I want an inch above. And you let the hot water sit in here for anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. Some jars may take longer, some may not. This one it came right off. And this was a jalapeno jar. And it's the cutest little jar because it's kind of oblong looking, but it's perfect for herbs and stuff. So that one came right off. I have some in some Dawn. It's a teaspoon of Dawn to a teaspoon of vinegar, and then you do hot water and you let the jar soak in here. Now this has worked for me in the past to get labels off. It takes a little bit longer, 30 to 40 minutes. But I never have a problem getting the labels off. And if you do have a jar that might have the stickiness after you pull the label off, maybe the label was easy to remove, but there's stickiness, then put it in the Dawn and vinegar solution. Let it sit for about, I don't know, sometimes I let it sit for up to an hour. And then I take a sponge that has a scouring side to it, and it comes right off. I just barely have to work it and it comes right off. So that's a neat tip too. As far as the lids go, if you don't like the manufacturer's logo on there, you can always paint these lids. They're aluminum, so you can paint them really easy. And I'm going to put this one in here because they look kind of funky too. Like this one has the name on it. And when these get done, after I'm sure that they're sterilized, then I will paint the lids. And you can also buy doorknobs. Doorknobs are so fantastic. You can buy the doorknobs, and all you do is just screw them into the top of the lids after you paint them, and it's great. I love to refurbish bottles. This one was Parmesan garlic sauce marinade, and I kept the jar, and it already had a black top, so I didn't have to do anything to it. Use my label thing. I also use Mike's Hard Lemonade, kept the jars, and I keep corks, and I have friends that collect corks for me too, and the corks fit perfect over the jars. And then my husband uses this in his e-cigarette, and I get him to save the glass jars for me, and the labels come right off too, and they already have the little Doppler thing on the inside of it, which works great. And then I bought some jars too. This was a set of 4 that I got from Ross for like $1.99. You can't beat that. And then